नौजवान साथियों और प्यारे प्यारे बच्चों। यस, वेरी गुड।
Welcome to ThePrint. I am Sushil Manav. Today I am in Kurukshetra and I have with me Mr. Naveen Jindal. He is two-time MP from Kurukshetra. Earlier he was with the Congress. Now this time he is contesting as BJP candidate. He just addressed a election meeting in Wapda village. So I will talk to him regarding his election in Kurukshetra and the issues. Welcome to ThePrint, sir.
Thank you, Sushil.
So how is your election in Kurukshetra this time?
Well, looking good. I'm getting a lot of support from all the people. So the BJP is a very disciplined party, very organized party, a very strong party, and I've got a lot of tremendous support from everyone in the BJP, and we're getting a lot of support from the people of the entire constituency, which comprises of two districts, Kurukshetra district entirely and Kathal district, and part of Yamunanagar district, that is Rathore. So I'm getting a lot of support from people. So it's looking good, and results will finally come on the 4th, but I'm hoping that we lead with a very big margin.
So in Kurukshetra, you are facing Sushil Gupta of Aam Aadmi Party or India Alliance, and also Abhay Singh Chautala from INLD. So who do you think is your immediate contender?
So it's difficult to say, but I think it could be INLD, because INLD has a very strong base here, and INLD has had members of parliament in the past. They've had lots of MLAs also in this region, so they have a cadre. They're a strong party. On the other hand, Aam Aadmi Party has no base. They're contesting for MP, I think, for the first time. I'm not sure for the first time, but they have never won any MP seat. And their tie with Congress that people have rejected, because their leaders have been abusing Congress leaders. And so the Congress leaders themselves and the workers of Congress party, they don't have any respect for Aam Aadmi Party. And recently, all the incidents that happened, that have really, there are many people who used to appreciate the work of Aam Aadmi Party, but the way they have behaved and the way all these allegations in the liquor matter, in the liquor case, and then the way they beat up a Rajya Sabha lady MP, Swati Maliwal, and such things, so their credibility has completely eroded in the public.
So you started your career with the Congress, and when you entered the electoral politics, you came as a person who had fought a long legal battle, rather a constitutional battle for the national flag.
Right.
So you were elected in 2004 and then 2009. Now you have switched over to the BJP. So many people want to know why you chose to join BJP this time. What's the reason?
I wanted to, because I wanted to. I'm inspired by the leadership of Mr. Narendra Modi and the work that they have done. And what he has said is that we have to work towards making India a developed country. And the way things have moved in the last 10 years, they have moved in the right direction. And then all my workers, all my leaders in my area, they had also been asking me to switch to BJP, and so I did, and I think I did the right thing.
So, there is a controversy regarding electoral bonds in India. The opposition has been accusing the BJP of using EDs and CBIs for the electoral bonds. But at the same time, BJP says that this is the best kind of practice for the funding, electoral funding. What do you think? Because you are an industrialist.
So this
you
is
must have.
this is a deep subject, and there are pros and cons. of this. So it's something I can't explain to you about this in a minute or something. So obviously there has to be a system. Okay, political parties do need funding, and it has to be done in a transparent manner. So how it should be done, that I think there should be consensus on this. All the political parties, they can get together, and then they can decide, because there has to be a way, a transparent way of being able to contribute to a political party. How to do it? It's a matter where we must get inputs from everyone, from all the political parties, and there must be a consensus on this. And then we should also get approval from, the Supreme Court, and show it so that there is no controversy regarding it.
So, how important is it to keep the name of donor secret as industrialist? What do you think?
See, I think it's important to keep it, the name of the donor secret, because if it is not, then everybody will start to say, why you giving X amount to party A and Y amount to party B. So because and in our traditions also, if you're making a contribution, the contribution has to be done quietly. Okay, so but again, these are my views, and different people could have different views about it. So there should be a debate, there should be a discussion over this amongst political parties, and a consensus has to be found.
So, coming back to the Kurukshetra
Yeah.
Parliamentary Constituency, what are the poll issues in Kurukshetra?
See, there is no issue as such. People don't vote on issues. People vote for the person. People vote for a person and for a party that they trust. So there are a whole lot of. So that is the main. I would say the main issue is that people want to vote for somebody who they trust, and people here, they trust BJP, they trust Mr. Modi, they trust Naveen Jindal, and that's why we're getting so much of support from people. But obviously, other things remain the same about development. There's so much area. There are more than 900 villages in my constituency. So all the villages, they need development. A lot of work needs to be done. I would like to see the villages, in India, like the villages in the US or Europe. Okay, with having all the basic infrastructure, people having a really good life in the villages. It should be nice, neat and clean. It's not like this today. Things are getting better, but a lot needs to be done. So we need to work towards that. And otherwise, Kurukshetra, the city, I mean, Kurukshetra it's a historic place where the battle of Mahabharata was fought, where Lord Krishna gave sermon of Gita. So we want to develop Kurukshetra like Ayodhya has been developed, like Kashi has been developed. So we want to develop it in a grand way, and a lot of work is already happening, and we need to complete that, and we need to also do more things.
So, you were here till 2014.
Correct.
You lost in 2014 and didn't contest in 2019. And BJP MPs represented this constituency for next 10 years. So, do you find any difference in the villages or in Kurukshetra uh, ever since you left?
Kurukshetra city has definitely improved. A lot of large museums are being built. There's an elevated track with spending hundreds of crore that is being built right now, so that will alleviate the problems of uh, all the crossings, all the railway crossing, because it's huge traffic jams on those. So that is going to help. And but see, still a lot more needs to be done.
So, you are one of the top businessmen from the country, and naturally, you are a very busy person. So, what do you think? Were you able to justify your position as an MP from this area when you were here for 10 years? And will you be able to justify your position once you are
That
elected
the
from?
people have to answer. Okay, or you as a journalist, you need to see what all I did in the 10 years that I was an MP here. It's not good for me to say, but I can tell you that you can check my record as an MP here in the 10 years that I was, and I'm sure it's going to be better than any other MP in the country. Okay,
So,
yeah. And then also now I have a plan. I have a, just take it out, please. I'll show you. I have a my own Sankalp Patra, my own vision document. Okay, so this is for you to read and to study in detail, and then what all I want to do. Please study and then inform the voters. This also includes I want to set up two vocational training centers, uh, along with all the government schemes, because the government also has lots of schemes. I'll ensure those schemes are implemented well. I want to improve the quality of education in the schools, the primary education, and then I want to set up of my own two vocational training institutes, which are going to be the best institutes in the world, which will train 10,000 students every year. So that these 10,000 students, 10,000 young men and women, they can go and work in India for big companies. They can go abroad. They can stand on their own feet, start something of their own. And other than that, we have a scholarship scheme for girls who are very intelligent. They want to study further, but due to financial constraints, they are not able to. So for them, we will provide Jindal Foundation will provide them scholarships.
My last question.
Sure.
So, as I said, you when you came into politics, you were known for your that constitutional battle for Tiranga.
Correct.
So now there is another debate that if BJP comes to power, it will change constitution. Even
But
some
see, Sushilji, I feel sad if a journalist like you ask this question. If they're political parties, they just to, just for their politics, they saying these kind of things. Last 10 years, has BJP changed any constitution?
but some of the BJP MPs and some of the
No,
BJP senior
some MP,
politicians have
no,
said this. Na?
has a BJP spokesperson said this? Has somebody responsible said, there could be BJP, there are many leaders, there are thousands of leaders, or a MP also. If I say something, or if I was an MP, I say something, it doesn't mean anything. See, it must have support of the party, and changing the constitution, and for what purposes? So just to say change of constitution, it's a very unfair thing to say, and so there is no such plan to change any constitution or anything, and the constitution is sacred for all, and whatever thing that one needs the kind of majority, and if the entire country wants to change something, that's a different thing. But right now there is nothing, so we should not be propagating this.
Thank you very much.
Okay,
Thank you
thank
for
you.
joining us.
All the
Thank
best.
you.